What's going on, family? It's your boy Romeo Jones. We back for another one, and I got a lot. I got a lot to say. It's two. What time it's 3:17 in the morning on July 27th. Okay, let's jump right into this. First and foremost, RP to my brother, man. RP to my brother, man. And what I'm gonna talk about has a lot to do with where my mental. I'm just gonna go, y'all. I don't have a script. We gonna. It's the end of the alcohol experiment. For those of you who don't know, I've been struggling. Alcohol is my choice of drug. It's my choice of self medication. But as I hit my early 30s, I'm realizing, like, do you realize everything going south with alcohol? I always thought the problem was me. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't a normal drinker all through my 20s. And then I was just young. I was like just getting away with murder. You know what I'm saying? But I did something. I said, wrong. For 33, what we gonna do is we gonna live sober. Well, it only took me about only 30 days, and then I had to start. I had a moment with my brother. This is another situation I got. Me and my little brother got going on. Right, my brother came to town from L.A. I had moved back from L.A. I had like caught a case in Chicago. I had to stay in Chicago and settle things up. And I was kind of tired of L.A. man. It ain't no joke out there, man. You gotta make you some money to live comfortably in LA. But anyway, it's a great city, beautiful city, right? California. How can you knock that? So Cam fly into town, right? As soon as he fly into town, we go straight to the golf course. You feel me? We play around the golf, we chilling. We not even gambling on the golf course. At this time, I'm like 29, 28 days sober. Remember, April 24th of 2023, I started this thing, right? I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. It's heavy. I'm done with the alcohol experiment. I got a lot to share with you. So, Cam come in instantly. Bro say, Cam, he like to gamble. Like me, don't get me wrong. I do gamble, but I don't get crazy in it. You know what I'm saying? I lose a couple hundred and go home. I'll be happy going home with 1,200, 1,400. Bro want to win $20,000 every time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um, we go gambling. We get to gambling. I got a job to go to, right? But Cam, he start losing big money. Big money. I'm in there with him. I'm hanging in there with him, and we eating frog legs, crab legs. You know they gonna hook you up. They sending us to the hotel right next door, and I'm just watching my brother sink, man, sink. So I end up staying up there a little bit. I'm winning a little bit of money. So anyway, while we was at the casino, I started drinking. Why am I bringing up that story? That was the first data point I had. You can call it a relapse, but with the knowledge that I have gained through getting over this, let's call it a data point. That's more like positive and healthy. But if you like relapse, tomato. Okay. Um. So now I'm like, dang. What do I do now? You know what I'm saying? I'm back drinking. So anyway, I had came across this calendar. I'm just giving you details on this alcohol experiment, what it is. I came across this calendar and I was like, oh man, you know what I should do? Just keep up with when I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? So that way, like, when I fall down, I'm paying attention. You know what I mean? I'm aware. I don't even know where I got this from, y'all. So now I'm coloring it in. I'm coloring it in. When I have a day with no alcohol, I do it green. When I have a day with even a sip of it, it's got to be red. It has been over a year since then, maybe a year and 3 months. What's that? 15 months, y'all. And I've been collecting this data. Okay, I can see, and I'm also learning from people. Even though let me slow down, y'all. All right, this a heavy one. All right, I don't even know if I should break it into parts or what. But if you like my content, you know a lot of it is long form right now. Okay, um, this data that I'm collecting is validating a lot of the things that I'm learning from these powerful authors who are ultimately coaches in sobriety, if you ask me. Um, Alan Carr, He started out with like cigarettes or something like that, and then he moved into a lot of niches. But Alan Carr passed away. I don't know if he passed away, but he old. Anyway, she's modern day. You know what I'm saying? She got communities, websites, blah blah blah. Blah. So I just gave some backbone on that. April, I get a new apartment. April 2nd. April 3rd, I get fired on my job for going to sleep on the job because I was exhausted. You hear me? Like, look at that pattern. I just noticed. I go to sleep on the job. I'm like, man, I'm not that. And I'm a waiter. I was a waiter. And so sometimes, man, when you're dealing with the public, man, especially hungry people, they can be rude. And when I'm drinking, I can be rude back. You know what I'm saying? Like, your day can go from good to worse. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about this job like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go up the road and get another one like this. You hear me? Hide on the spot. But when I'm sober, okay, when I'm in the green, I don't let people bring me down to their level. I stay, I stay on my mission of what I got going on, and sobriety and building my platform and all of that. Is so anyway, y'all. I got fired from Denny's, April 2nd. Boom. I'm like, you know what? I just want to go work at the gym. I'm finna go work at Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, like, man, they won't hire me. Like, I'm overqualified. I don't think I'm overqualified. I always worked in service and sales. You know what I mean? But they not hiring me. But the GM in here like 21, so he probably think I want his job. I don't know. Okay, but I can't get a job at Planet Fitness. I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do? It's time to get a job. And I ain't had no money at that time, y'all. Because of gambling and stuff like that, and this is why the alcoholics experiment is about to end. I'm 34 years old. I know you didn't heard it before, but this experiment I just had the biggest. The climax is done. It's well, guys. So um, I didn't drink from 2024. We talked right after I got fired from my job, and I just got a new place. I'm like, dang, I need to be paying for stuff, furnishing stuff. You hear me? Like, I gotta be. What are you doing? So I quit. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I stopped, and I'm just like, really just being sober, like taking days off, and then I went out to eat with my homie, and it's like the service was horrible. Honestly, the service was horrible. So I asked the manager, I'm like, man, y'all need some waiters up in here? She like, and my homie with me, I met him at Denny's. He like, he a good server too. She like, come back formally. You know what I'm saying? I'm gang banging. I got on red and black. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm real, one of them dudes type. But anyway, she like, yeah, come back formally. I come back a couple days later. You know what I'm saying? Cleaned up, nice pants, khakis, tucked in, shirt, all that. You really came back, hired me on the spot, right? This was May 31st. I got hired on the spot. I'm still doing good. I haven't drank since April 10th or April 11th. Okay. Now it's the end of May. I'm almost at 10 weeks. Feel me? The longest I had ever been sober prior to this was about 10 weeks, or really 10 months. That's another story. When my ex left me many years ago, she was still there, but her brain wasn't there, her heart wasn't there. So I'm like, oh no, I gotta stop. But after that 10-piece special, the longest is probably about 70 days. So now I'm about to pass 70 days. I'm like, okay, Shorty, you breaking records out here, boy. You about to, yeah. 74 days in, I have a moment. Now, when I got this job at Chili's, one thing I said I didn't want to do was gamble. I'm like, bro, let's just like alcohol, these people are taking more than they are giving. Do you understand? I know you get your little high when you at the table shooting the dice, and maybe you win, maybe you lose. Just like alcohol, you get that initial bump of serotonin. Then after that, you kind of hooked on it. If you're not the type to get hooked on it where you drinking every day, you wake up in the morning, you feel like crap. You got to take 3 days off just to get back calibrated and online. Guys, ladies, 74 days in, I get off work, I got some money on me. I'm like, man, let's shoot down to the boat. But I told myself I'm not gonna go to the boat. So now I trick myself. I say, look, we about to go hard or go home. Normally I'll come in with like 500-600 bucks, and I'll be happy to walk out with 2 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like 1,400 and got my money. I'm like, listen, this got to be the last time, Rome. This got to be the last time. So I'm like, all right, we gonna go hard or go home. let's take like 2,000 and let's go stop at the, you know what I'm saying, stop at my bank safe, whatever it was. Let's go get $2,000 and look, it's go hard or go home, wrong. You can't be scared. You either, you know, and you gotta play. That's bigger than my normally bets. You know what I'm saying? I know I play like $200 hands, $100 hands. Like now I'm like, no, let's go in like $300 hands with $300 odds. That's a $600 hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This crazy. It triggered me to drink alcohol so that I could be inebriated, to be doing that, cause that's kind of a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you see, I'm like, okay, I don't want to gamble this and that, and then one day, woke up, said, okay, let's go gamble. Instead of me doing what I normally do, I said, look, we gotta stop gambling, so let's go big or go home. Well, guess what? While I'm trying to do these big bets, I'm starting to win. And now I gotta stick to my plan, right? Okay, I turned 2,000 to 5,000. Now it's time to keep pressing it though, you know what I'm saying? Press it up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's a lot. Casinos, the drinks weak, and they like $18 a pop. Plus you get a lady a tip, so you just give her $25 for a weak drink. It's a Jewel right next door. Ah, Jewel still. I look at the time. Jewel gonna close in 22 minutes. Ah, let's go to Jewel. Get a bottle. I got a Jewel. I get a bottle. What that was? Some Sailor Jerry's or something. I don't even really. I don't be caring, man. I ain't drinking no E&J or nothing. But boom, I grab a bottle. It's on sale for like $17. And the casino don't really check your bag. They got metal detectors, so don't try to do nothing crazy. But boom, I go back in the casino with a bottle. I have been sober for 74 days. Allowed gambling to trigger me to drink. Boom. I think I'll take the next casino now. Well, I ain't taking down for no big number. I started to go down. Then I'm like, bro, let's just get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get up out of here with this 5,000. It was going up in no, I stayed there like 4 in the morning. I don't know, but I ended up leaving. I only had about 5 bands. I only made like $3,000 in a night. So these habits too, they gotta be fixed. This dopamine rush that I got going on, and my little brother, he don't drink alcohol. He might have a margarita or something at a baseball game, but he not drinking no alcohol straight out the bottle like that, like me, you know. So now, guess what? I go home, and guess what I done picked up? Guess what I done opened the door to? Alcohol. Now, this is on the 24th. This is like on the 24th of May. Okay, it's 2024 right now, y'all. So now, you know, I've been a great worker. I'm overworking. Everybody calling me, you want to pick up shit? You want to pick up shit? You know what I'm saying? I've been good. I'm going to work on time, everything. Within 2 weeks, I go on a bender. You know how I'm coming. I'm going on a bender. It ain't no tonight. It's that powerful for me, and I still play with it. And I'm not even at the heart of the story yet. This is gonna be at least 30 minutes, y'all. So either pause and come back or dig in, baby. Within 2 weeks, my work performance is starting to. Right, that's what alcohol use disorder, if we want to call it that, will do. Now I'm starting to go to work. These customers are crazy. A customer went in the restaurant, right? Chili's, order a margarita. Tell the waiter, no, dog the waiter out. The waiter would go to the manager like, I can't do this. The general manager like, I can't do this. This table is General manager's like, I got it. I'm gonna take over. You know what I'm saying? She a real frontlines kind of woman. They like, yeah, this margarita ain't strong enough. Ooh, it's Chili's. They put like 2 little shots in that butter. You know what I'm saying? She like, what you want me to do? I could either take it back or, you know, you could order another shot and make your drink stronger. The lady already a little tipsy. 21-year-old young girl. She get mad, start throwing stuff off other tables. Like, you know how the table ain't been bust yet? She get up and start throwing stuff off tables. The 21-year-old. Cause the manager ain't get her more alcohol. It don't work like that, man. The counter be off if they did that. The stuff has pre-pouring, man. People don't understand that. They come out to eat and they just think that they at a bar or something, and they auntie the bartender like, no. So she starts throwing stuff off the table. You hear me? Like plates and everything flying around, and then attack the manager. So working with the public, man, you got to be on your best behavior. And my manager, she stay on point. You know what I'm saying? She got a son, she got a man. She ain't let nobody mess up her bread. They bum rush the manager. Bum rusher. Like the mama get up, the sister get up, they run up on her, they trying to beat her up. Other customers start, not other customers. Other workers start trying to come in. Bree came from the back, body slamming Margs. You know, we ain't going for that, man. I won that Sunday. Praise God, I won that on my mom because I would have been hitting. It would have been WWF for me. See, I ain't no WWF. Y'all came in acting crazy. Like, we gonna get crazy. So anyway, I'm just describing the work public force and the mind state that I have to be in as a human, as a man, to show up to work and not let people bring me down to their energy level. A person to walk up, you trying to give you, how you doing? Welcome to. Can I get a Coke? Damn. My name's Jerome, by the way, but I'll go grab you 2 Cokes. Okay? You seem a little thirsty. Yeah, and you. So now I've been drinking for 2 weeks. This stuff is starting to get on my nerve. These people and their ways, they come out to Chili's, they act like they ain't never ate before. They probably never do. They probably eat out twice a year or just made some fast money. Let's go to Chili's, girl. It be rough, G. This in Chicago, 95th and Western, man. So I'm starting to get pissed off. I, and I'm getting drunk. So I no call, no show 2 days in a row. That's the easiest way to get fired. The girls at my job will call off all the time. I don't feel good. Or they favorite one. I don't have a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? All right, girl, we gonna figure it out. We gonna get through it. Me, oh, more money for me. You hear me? I call off 2 days. I call off 2 days. No call, no show. On the third when Dominique sat down with me with all the managers, I dropped her name and threw that talk. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she sit down with me like, look, check it out. One of the managers wants you to go on, don't you? Oh dang. She wants you to stay. Me, we got a 1-on-1. I'm finna go make a phone call in the back. She come back. She say, listen, you can keep the job, but you come in here without your shirt tucked in. You're done. You got this. You on your last strike. I'm like, alright. But you know I'm off the drugs, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all how I drink. I drink pints. Pints of vodka, Grey Goose, Tito's. And when that pint out, I go back to the store. Cause I don't want to buy a fifth all at one time, wasting money. Like, but steady tricking my brain, man. But we finna get this straightened out. The alcohol experiment is over, y'all. So that's how I drink, man. And sometimes they catch up with me, especially, I'm finna tell you how it caught up with me. I feel like this video gonna be an hour long, but I ain't gonna do that to you. Like a week later, I no call, no show again. I know I'm terminated on the fourth. And then I tried to call off after I no call, no show for that third time. On my fourth shift, I tried to call off. Oh, now you want to learn how to do this the right way. She said, and honestly, girl, I'm sorry, but I gotta terminate you. You remember our conversation we had? Okay, because I've been back gambling and I'm making money. You know what I'm saying? And when I was sober, I was putting up money. And I'm a single guy. I got no children. My bills are low. So, you know, these jobs making 3, 4 thousand, I can work that and get my mind right and not be out trying to chase fast cash. You hear me? It's easy to get fast cash out there, man. There's people out here scamming, people out here taking the boat down, you know what I'm saying? But the boat will hit you. Don't get me wrong. Don't play with the people, man. But you will be chasing your money, really. You just chasing your money. You hear me? You done lost $5,000. A month later, you back up there, you win $5,000. Like, you wasted your time. But I get fired again. Alright, I just got fired. I ain't got no job. I can't even keep a little servant job. Alcohol. So tell me why. Alright, this where it's finna get juicy, y'all. And I've been crying about this all day. Tell me, yes, have you ever seen a grown man cry? Boo-hoo. Tell me why. It's July 13th in Chicago. I done got canned already. I think I was canned for one day at this point. It's like 92 degrees, but I promise it feel like 102. And in Chicago, when it's hot, it gets swampy hot. It ain't like the dry hot or like Tennessee hot. You feel like you just in a swamp. You know what I'm saying? It's sweaty, it's sticky. I'm doing what I normally do. Walking around like Ezekiel. La 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 la. Slipping out the bottle. July 13th. By the end of the night, I had these papers in my hand from Roseland Community Hospital. Tell me why I passed out in the street somewhere. And I don't know, I can't recollect none of it. I don't know when I started to get tired. Because normally, like, hey, G, let's go home, let's go sit down, you know what I'm saying, drink a Pedialyte or something, you know. But it was hot, and that's the thing about alcohol. It's kind of dangerous. You just never know when you gonna do too much. Uh, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I only know because of these papers. Which, look, I'm still recovering from that bender, right? I got some avocado and some a jerk patty right here. I love jerk patties. I eat them fast. Can't even hold food down. I'm only like 24 hours sober right now, y'all, from this. And let me get going. But so okay, the paper say 3:37 or something. I don't know, but let's say 3:30 p.m. I'm getting picked up by an ambulance headed to the hospital. I'm laid out allegedly. No, let me tell you. I'm gonna keep the story juicy if I can. I don't remember none of this. I wake up at 12 o'clock, 11:57 or something. I'm in the hospital. I got an IV in my arm. I got my clothes off. I got on hospital clothes. I got a bandage in my head. I look at the bed. There's blood in the bed. Not a lot, but a little blood leakage in the bed. Within 5 seconds of me being up, two doctors and a nurse running the room. This ain't a dream, Romeo. I'm like, Doc, what's going on? He, whoa. Sit back, relax, young man, relax. How do you feel? I'm like, I think I feel okay. Do you want to tell me something different? He said, well, listen, you had a fall. The good news is this fall could have really, really changed your life. But you got lucky, okay? And it's just you gotta, what's the word? I like looking at the word. I don't want to waste too much time. It started with a T though, but there you go, L, a laceration on your head. And I do feel, I'm like, damn, my shit's sore. He said he fell down. I'm like, I don't remember none of this, y'all. None of it. I don't remember. I'm like, okay, when I go to the store and get my last bottle, I remember I woke up early and I was kind of like steady. Liquor store open at 9 o'clock during the week. I'm steady running up to the liquor store, coming home, binge watching gangster movies like Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm saying? Then he like, I'm like, I don't remember none of this. Do you know how much that hurt my heart? When I say I've been crying about this. Ooh! Oh, so, Romeo, you just woke up in the hospital, don't know how you got here. And you know I keep a roll on me, blue faces, man. Keep a roll on me. I done passed out in the street somewhere. We in Roseland, we in West Pullman. Like, I'm not saying it's shootings every day, but you have to be aware in these areas. You will get ran over crossing the street, okay? And then I'm looking like I'm looking like I want to get robbed. Like, people don't care that you sitting there bleeding there. Hey, for go in his pockets, G, take his phone. And thank God I had my ID on me this day, y'all. Because that's the only reason I think they was able to identify me. Sometimes I might run out the house and realize I only got cash on me, no ID. Had my ID on me, you know, and he said it's okay, but we gotta put some nails in your head now that you back conscious. You just gonna be alright, alright. Everything, the vitals looking good. We did a CAT scan, you know what I'm saying. You ain't got no brain, nothing wrong with your brain. You just had a hard little fall, you know what I'm saying. You got tackled, you tackled yourself on the floor, type stuff, man. Ah, so he took the staple gun. Pow! Ooh, shit. Pow, man, hurry up, doc. Pow, pow. Put 4 of them in there. Ah! He like, go ahead and lay back down. We're going to let you go in the morning, but can you give us some numbers for emergency contacts? We don't want you to go home on your own. Man, I don't even really got nothing like that. Who want to call like, hey, I was walking down the street. I passed out. You know, I already got a reputation for, like struggling with that stuff. So it's embarrassing, it's embarrassing to me the most. Anyway, I go back to sleep. I wake up at 8 in the morning. He like, how you feeling? I'm like, I feel decent, dog. He like, okay, just keep a little, it's on the back of my head right now, y'all. He said, just keep a little, it ain't huge, but it's still like something, and it could have been deadly. You hear me? I know somebody that fell off a bike a successful black man, went to Cornell, built businesses, came from a family. He just riding his bike like he normally do. Hit a rock, boom, fall off his bike, hit his head. He had to learn how to eat, walk, and talk again. Named Calvin, man. So, um, wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, like you good, you got somebody to come get you. I'm ready to go, y'all. Tell me why. As I'm leaving, this man looked at me, right? Not long, 3 seconds he looked at me. Then he turned his head and looked at me for one more second. And he said, "What's wrong? You are a handsome man. Choose life. Choose life. You are playing with your life, boy." And the fact when I woke up, I'm like, I don't know how I got here. I can't even begin to tell. I maybe remember a little bit getting in the ambulance. A little bit getting in the ambulance. You know, I weigh about 200 pounds, so them had to be, they had to, you know what I'm saying? Ugh. I walk out. That's what I do, y'all. Check the time, 9:43. Headed back to the liquor store. That was on the 13th, okay? They let me out on the 14th. Do you know I continued to drink for another 13 days? Just this past week, I think, on the 24th, I had some vodka. On the 25th, I was drinking them little margarita things. They like Monacos or something, you know, because them drugs of alcohol is no joke, y'all. And that's just why I am done with this experiment, because the facts are out, okay? And I'm ready to live my life. All right, I know I uploaded maybe like 29 videos, you know, the first 17 days I did it. We about to really make this a movement, because it's people out there that, I was on a coaching call. I'm getting distracted now, and the lady told me it's people out there that need you. You are good at what you do. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even need help with alcohol, but it's some people who need you. I'll go back to the liquor store and drink for 13 more days. And now I'm about 9 o'clock last night, made 24 hours. So, you know, I'm headed on like 36 hours right now at 9 in the morning. How does a man do that to himself? I went 74 days sober, I was strong. Went to the casino like, you know when you're supposed to be gambling. Alright, well, let's try to go on and hit. Yeah. I'm gonna need some drugs. And you know, my homegirl, she told me when I was like, hey, I'm doing good. 10 weeks, she said, listen, there's some challenges have to come. You know what I'm saying? She believe in the spirit of God. She said the dark side is seeing what you're doing, and something may happen. She wasn't wishing nothing bad on me. She like, yeah, you off for level 1, shorty. Get ready for level 2. And literally on the 74th day, that man looked at me and said, what's wrong? You're a handsome young man. Choose life. And it's like, I don't know if they thought I like really hurt myself. They did the CAT scans and everything, because when I came back to consciousness, I was up for like 10 seconds. 2 doctors and a nurse came running in the room. How you feeling? I think I'm alright. What's going on? He said, hold on, relax. Come on, y'all. You fall down in the street. It was hot, y'all. I shouldn't have been. And I'm drinking warm liquor. Not that cold liquor any better. You know, walking the streets. I love going for walks. I used to be a caddy. I love walking, y'all. And, you know, so I gotta get my stuff together so I can get a girlfriend, because, you know, I want my baby to come for a walk with me, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We got a dog, some she come. And I ain't gonna cry on this video, but I promise you I'm gonna make one that's gonna come from the heart and just let you know how I really feel like Rome. You know how this shit go. Excuse my language, y'all. I don't want to be swearing on these videos. As soon as you start drinking, well, now you gambling. Okay, you winning. You winning for now. Now you going into work and your work performance down. You feeling lazy, you feeling sluggish, you got a low frustration tolerance with these crazy customers. You know, I don't know what he had a bad day. So anyway, y'all, let me wrap this up. This alcohol experiment is done. Right now, I don't have a job. I'm good. I got a little bit of bread put up. I ain't got no bills. I'm about to focus on me, you know? In May, I'll join the gym. Yeah, let me go ahead. You know, I know y'all didn't want to give me no job, but I'll go ahead and take a membership, man. Get back in the gym. But what I'm gonna do differently this time is that I'm taking this YouTube channel or whatnot seriously to connect with people who may be struggling with alcohol or maybe just they early on. When I was 8, 17, I didn't have no alcohol use disorder signs. Don't get me wrong, we used to get blackout drunk. But then once Friday night was over, once Saturday night was over, alcohol wasn't even a thought. And we never drank alone. I only drink alone these days. Wake up with that man looked at me, he said, the good news is this could have been really bad. The bad news is that you still got a patch on your head. Okay, and you're gonna need to take care of it. Don't let it get infected, etc., etc. And I can't remember none of this. I could have almost died, and I can't even I could have just been jumping out of an airplane or driving a Scat Pack 250 down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like, let's go out like with a bang. You was walking in 100-degree weather and you fell down and hit your head, bro. You know I like a good story. That's weak. But the goodness in this, we about to build. I'm about to heal. Instead of just, I'm 70 days, I'm 50 days, I am about to heal. That was one thing that was, I got a homie named Wesley Virgin, man, self-made millionaire out of Houston. He a funny dude, and he's very dramatic, so don't take this literally, but Wesley's serious when he say this. He said, if you broke and you want to get rich, do two things. Quit your job and leave your girl. Because he says it's take a lot of focus and energy to get this done. Man, you got to go to work. You got to go to work 8 hours a day, 5 hours a week. You got to get there. How long that take? Both ways. By the time you get home, you think you about to, man, your self-care gonna be, man, like, listen. So now I'm changing it up. I don't know the names yet, but it will be built on the engine of this alcohol experiment that I did, right? That I own. That's the name of the YouTube that I uploaded to for them times. But now you are going to see a drastic change in me. Whether you started watching my videos in a month or a year, I want you to order them by oldest to newest, and we gonna do our thing, y'all. I could have died, and then didn't even have I think the doctor got on my phone. Maybe he used my finger or they got technology for that. But he called the two last females in my phone, and I think they kind of freaked out. They got lives. They're like, dang, I got to stop what I'm doing to go pick up him because he want to be, I know it was an accident, but what you doing out here, bro? My other homie, he all the way in Nashville, Tennessee. Gotta call my mama who, I got some healing to do in that area, y'all. I don't even I like while I'm up, but then I stay up for 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. I mean, the longest streak on here is like 43 days while every day I drink. And let me mind you, at least 65% of the time I had a job. And I'm going to work with this substance in me. And this is the end of the alcohol experiment. I might make a part 2 to this video, or maybe try to learn how to chop these up a little bit. But I'm going to be consistent in my content creation. I'm going to be consistent in showing up somewhere. I really don't want to do Facebook, but I might have to start out on Facebook where I'm connecting with people, and we having conversations like, y'all, I got the information. This is not a joke. And now we got AI. AI is crazy. You can go on ChatGPT with the free version and just ask, hey, so why do I get constipated after a long binging section? Whoop! Tell you everything in 2 seconds. Oh, man, hold on. I always thought there was something wrong with me. No, you are doing alcohol, and I know this. But you know what? I'm going to have some grace for myself. That 74 days, that was immaculate. That was my second longest streak, But I'm going to tell you what I'll be missing on all my streaks. The healing process. Why are we self-medicating so much with alcohol? Why Are we spending so much time alone, Jerome? Romeo Jones. That's the question. So y'all, I can't hold water. I think it's gonna be called Alcohol Project. Switch it up. And this is not an experiment. This is not saying that experiments aren't serious. You know what I'm saying? Because a scientist would feel very disrespected by saying an experiment is a joke. But it was just something that I was kind of you know playing with, and okay, let me stay in the green. Let me stay in the green, and everything be good when I'm staying in the green. But then bow goes to the red. Bow, everything bad. So now it's some things that I know how to do to heal, and I am going to incorporate them into my lives. You know, my morning. I got a book right here. Not to start dropping all these books on you, but you know, it's The Morning Miracle, right? By a lot of people know this by Hal Elrod, but it's called Letting Go of Who You've Been for Who You Can Become. But what's the word? Why mornings are critically important into an addict's success. Even before I was an addict, my mornings was critical to me. So let's go. In the past, while I was doing the alcohol experiment, I can't say that I was. Look how much I was in the red a lot. So I was still kind of, I think I can have one drink. I think I could buy one bottle and not overdo it. I think I can do it. And then I was living on 74th and Phillips, so I come outside, everybody getting drunk. Oh, go take a shot. Oh, man, take a shot. I'm taking pill pressure. I'm grown as hell. Like, forget it. Let me take a shot. Here we go. Back down the rabbit hole. So, I know this was a long one, y'all. I love y'all. I might try to figure out how to chop it up and make this one into parts. Or just make a part two to this. But, when I was doing this alcohol experiment, it was very much so me just hitting the live button. Half the videos don't have descriptions, timestamps. They don't even have my brain's still coming back from this bender, y'all. But the picture thing, when you go on YouTube, everything be on pictures. Mine just a picture of me at some point in the video. So, we had 37 minutes. I just want to be respectful and wrap it up at 40. I know it's long. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna try to do. Just chop this baby up into little pieces. But I'm moving in a new direction with this. All this experimenting thing. I was already thinking about, you know, I lost my dad. My dad lost his dad to a homicide, so I never met my granddaddy because he was killed before I was ever thought of. My dad, I lost him to a suicide. My mom, she got a hurt heart, I believe. Now, I'm not a doctor, but my mom could be real spicy, and I'm like, bro, you gotta reconnect with your mom. Even though she could be real spicy, meet her where she at and love that lady, bro. Make amends with some of your family members who, things fell off. They got a hold of my little cousin. I ain't talked to my little cousin in a couple years. We fell out. And one of the girls, Shauna, she like, I can't get that. She got a hold of my little cousin through Facebook. She like, can you come get your cousin? He enrolls and he on 111th in the hospital. My cousin live downtown, so yeah, dang, let me stop what I'm doing. I'm on my way. And then I guess he never came. He's gonna come in the morning. I think the doctors told him come in the morning, don't come tonight. And by the time the morning came, I had just left. But making amends with my heart, learning how to go outside. I already go outside and get in nature. It's just sometimes once I start drinking that bottle in nature, it's bad. But and more importantly, not just more importantly, but I would read these and I would kind of play with them like, oh man, that's good information. You know what I mean? Yeah. This stuff will be embedded into my brain during the alcohol project. Okay, this is not an experiment anymore. This is a project. It's every day. I feel like experiment is you get you a hamster or something. Oh, let me feed him a little bit. Even though that's a serious job, but now I'm about to go from treating it like a hobby to a business, y'all. I could have died that night. Excuse, I don't even know if you could put that language on YouTube. But I'm serious. I could have literally taken myself out. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you like the content, you know what to do. hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell button, whatever. You know, I'm like, like you know what you want to do. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification. It don't matter. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We taking this thing to a whole nother level. And my little brother, he go to Paris next month for the Olympics. He gambling. Dang, I lost $5,000. What you doing? You know, but we gonna get through this, man. I love y'all. I don't want it to be longer than 40 minutes, and I'll catch you next time. Much love.